It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Saints and the Rams on Thursday night primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Tonight we begin the final stretch. Week 16 starts here as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here come the Saints to take over for the first time. And here's the new man under center after 9 seasons as a Raider. Derek Carr is the guy.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Carr. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now Carr. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. What a great job getting pressure here on the first drive. 3 plays and already 2 sacks.
And that pressure has been intense right from the beginning. And I'm telling you, if they don't make an adjustment in play calling and protection, it'll go from intense to relentless.
And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. Well, the Rams ready to go to work, and they will be led by the rookie, a man with some experience playing in big games, the 4th rounder from Georgia, Stetson Bennett.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 54 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
To throw is Bennett. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing here on 3rd, Bennett. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Off play action. Here's Bennett. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. This defense for the Saints, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make...
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Wreaking havoc was Nathan Shepard, the D tackle.
So on fourth down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive.
And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing his car on third down. And that will be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Let's take it inside his own 40. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. We're scoreless after 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Bennett. That's complete to the tight end, Hopkins.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Bennett looking to throw.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And now the Saints get set to trot out there.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings, because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. On the counter, here's Kamara. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From midfield, here's Carr. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Carr. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 29-yard line.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read a receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw, it's Carr. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So Carr will exit stage right and on his Lutz for the Saints field goal. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Now the Rams about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Alontae Taylor up to make the tackle. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
If you missed the first half, there's not much to get you caught up on. Just the lone field goal accounting for the entirety of the scoring. A 3-0 game to this point, as both defenses have been strong so far.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And Bennett will look to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. Now Carr. And that's incomplete.
Following the play here, now we've got an injury. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Carr.
To the sideline and incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just lob one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Off the play fake, it's Bennett.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Bennett now to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete.
But they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bennett.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line.
The New Orleans offense set to take over.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Carr to throw on 2nd down.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So he stopped for no gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw, and the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here comes the Saints punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
2nd and 6 at the 13-yard line.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Back to throw, Bennett. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have the Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going. So, you know, I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play out of while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
A give up the middle to Akers.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's Demario Davis navigating his way into the backfield for a tackle for loss. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Bennett now.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Down onto the field comes New Orleans. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down, make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back, Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Carr going to throw. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
He's going to look deep down the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Taken right around the 44. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
A throw over the middle, taken in. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Open man right side is cut, complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll throw again with Bennett. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And that is caught downfield by Thomas. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And a good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it.
Brandon, I can just tell you from experience, there's nothing like pitching a shutout on defense, but even more so when it's a tight game. I mean, when every defensive play is crucial and you don't give up any points, boy, they're going to feel awfully good about themselves after this one.
Yeah, exactly. The offense wasn't humming, but, hey, all they needed was you can't score 1 point. All they needed was 2 points. Well, you can't score 2 points on offense. All they needed was at least 3, and they got what they needed.
They got what they needed. Exactly right.
Well, they had one final chance here on the kick return, but no chance on the other side that they were going to let him navigate all the way to the end zone, Charles. And that ends up being the final play in this one.
Yeah, you're right about that. Special teams coaches, they spend a lot of time working on these types of situations, and they go over every crazy possibility that can happen in this situation. They were able to cover successfully and end the game.
So for New Orleans, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Rams,
this loss really hurts their playoff chances as they drop to 7-8 with 2 games left.
And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.